Good morning, Woodside, and welcome to Monday, March 18, 2019, and this is Wake Up, Woodside. Hey, if you'd be kind enough to put aside your breakfast and materials, to all stand together as one to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Way to go, Woodside! Grab a seat as we look forward to this week's coming announcements, things happening here at Woodside. This week, Tuesday, don't forget, it's blackout. Dare to turn off your technology. And this week, Tuesday after school, there is no CASA, no Boys and Girls Club, but there are parent-teacher conferences from 5 until 8. This week, Wednesday, after school is Honors Choir. And Thursday after school, there will be no CASA. This week, Friday, we have some exciting things happening with Beach Day. Also, Friday, our second graders will be traveling to West Ottawa High School. And Friday is Leadership Day, celebrating those who chose respect, responsible, and ready to learn. And it is Teacher Swap Day. Be ready and turn in your pledges. Hey, friends, this week, those Woodsiders demonstrating pride, respect, responsible, and ready to learn have been Melissa with Mr. Gull, Leslie with Mr. Wahar, Chloe in Mrs. Inglesman, Nathan with Miss Cuellar, Noe with Mrs. Harris, Julia with Mrs. Voss, Atlee in Mrs. Bechtel's, Janelle with Miss Kay, Jaleel with Mr. Bateman, and Vanessa in Miss Jose. And the Buffalo Wild Wings certificate goes to Madison with Mrs. Harris. And the Peach Wave frozen yogurt goes to Jessie with Mrs. Smoker. And the Tidbits Tim Horton donuts go to Joe with Mrs. Ackerson. And now those Woodsiders earning 2 seats at the Woodside Cafe from kindergarten, Warren with Miss O'Keefe, Kinley with Miss Kay. From first grade, Aragon with Mrs. Smoker, and Analia with Miss Jose. From second grade, Bella with Mrs. Bickle, Mila with Miss Ewing. From third grade, Lillian with Mrs. Bradley, and Natalia with Mrs. Harris. From fourth grade, Laura with Mrs. Welliver, and Danny with Mr. Edson. And from fifth grade, Dorian with Mrs. Ackerson, and Leanna with Mrs. Pipple. And now, those excellent readers at Woodside come on down to the office for reading 2 books. Are Santiago with Mr. Wahar, Warren with Miss O'Keefe, Jaden with Mr. Bateman, Nadia with Mrs. Bickle, Carlos with Mrs. Bradley, Jose in Mr. Edson's, and Jocelyn with Mrs. Ackerson. Keep up the reading. Read, read, read. And now, from the, I just wonder sometimes, department, how many times a day do we complain? We focus on what we don't have, missing appreciation of what we do. Complaints work against us. No one wants to hear negative news. Complaining only reinforces our own discomfort and pain. And by themselves, complaints accomplish nothing. I can't believe we had to wait over 30 minutes for our food. Today, more than 27,000 children will die of malnutrition. I don't know what I'll do if my parents don't buy me that cell phone. Half the world lives on less than $2 a day, nearly 3 billion people. If I don't get a raise, I'll just quit my job. Worldwide, there are over 1 billion people who don't even have a job. This runny nose is driving me crazy. In the world today, nearly 200,000 people will die from curable diseases. I'm so sick of this homework. School is a drag. It's boring. Over 3 billion children in the world do not attend school and aren't able to read. Many work long hours. When we choose to look for the good, we'll find it. Just appreciation does wonders for our soul. All we need to do is ask ourselves, what's getting our attention? When we focus on what's right instead of what's wrong, life improves considerably. Look for the good. When you look for it, you will find it. It rises our sense of self-esteem and warms our hearts. Be that kid who dares to look, who dares to see the good, who appreciates those things around us and knows it is what we have that matters. Be good, be kind, be caring. Tell somebody you appreciate them. Have a great week.